Something's out there, something massive, something we can't see. For decades, astronomers have been chasing a ghost planet lurking at the edge of our solar system, a place so distant it defies easy detection. But the clues, the strange, unsettling orbits of icy bodies, it point to something undeniable. It began with an anomaly, not a bang, not a crash, but a quiet whisper in the data, a statistical quirk that shouldn't exist. In 2014, Konstantin Batygin and Michael Brown at Caltech noticed something peculiar. These icy rocks, extreme trans-Neptunian objects, or ETNOs, were behaving strangely. Their orbits, they weren't random. They were clustered. It was almost as if they were being herded by an invisible hand. The math screamed something wasn't right. Neptune alone couldn't account for this gravitational dance. The odds of it happening by chance? Less than 1%. A long shot, even for science. But Batygin and Brown weren't ones to dismiss a long shot. They started searching, a desperate hunt in the cosmic dark. The early years were brutal. Telescopes scanned the heavens, consuming vast amounts of energy, collecting mountains of data, and finding nothing. The sheer distance was crippling. Planet 9, if it existed, would be incredibly faint, a cosmic whisper against the roar of the universe. Funding dried up. Doubts crept in. Was this a fool's errand? Then came the whispers of criticism. Some astronomers argued that the clustering was simply an illusion, a trick of perspective, or just statistical noise. The universe loves to deceive us sometimes. Alternative explanations emerged. Maybe Neptune's orbit wasn't as we thought. Maybe smaller bodies were creating the effect. But Batygin and Brown held firm. They knew something was out there. The search continued, a silent vigil across light years. Decades passed in relative obscurity. Then, in 2024, a flicker. A potential lead. Terry Longfan, a researcher in Taiwan, was reanalyzing old infrared surveys, data collected decades ago by satellites like IRAS and Akari. He wasn't looking for Planet 9 specifically. He was searching for something else entirely. But then, he saw it. A faint infrared signature. A blip on the radar that had been overlooked for years. It wasn't conclusive. Not yet. But it was enough to reignite the hunt. Enough to send a jolt of electricity through the astronomical community. The data was messy. Fuzzy. The signal was weak, buried beneath layers of cosmic dust and noise. It could have been anything. A distant star, an error in the equipment. But Fan's team ran the analysis again and again. Each time, the faint signature persisted. Now the race is on. Telescopes around the world are turning their gaze to the predicted location of Planet 9. The Vera C. Rubin Observatory's Legacy Survey of Space and Time, LSSD, is poised to be a game-changer. Its wide-field view and repeated observations will provide an unprecedented dataset, but there's a problem. The predicted orbit is vast, a cosmic needle in a haystack, and every potential detection brings with it the risk of false positives. Can we trust this new data? Or are we chasing another phantom? The scientific community is divided. Some embrace the possibility with cautious optimism. Others remain skeptical, pointing to the challenges of confirmation bias and the inherent difficulty in detecting such a distant object. The pressure's immense. Careers are on the line. Funding hangs in the balance. And then there's the question of what Planet 9 is. If it exists, its size could be staggering 5 to 10 times more massive than Earth. Its orbit would take thousands of years to complete a single revolution around the Sun. A relic from the early solar system? Perhaps ejected from its original position by Jupiter or Saturn billions of years ago? The implications are profound. It would rewrite our understanding of how our solar system formed. It would challenge existing models and force us to rethink the very architecture of our cosmic neighborhood. But what if it's not a planet at all? What if it's something else entirely? A rogue black hole, or a collection of icy debris held together by gravity? The possibilities are endless. And that's the terrifying beauty of science, the constant questioning. The relentless pursuit of truth, even when that truth is elusive and uncertain. The search continues. New data pours in every day. Every observation brings us closer to either confirmation or denial. But one thing's certain. The mystery of Planet 9 has captured the imagination of scientists and dreamers alike. And now, a new twist. Recent parallax measurements, tiny shifts in the planet's apparent position, suggest that its location may be significantly different from previous estimates. The target zone has shrunk. But so has our window of opportunity. The clock is ticking. Will we find it? Or will Planet 9 remain forever hidden, the cosmic ghost story whispered across the vastness of space? The answer may be closer than we think, but finding it, that's another matter entirely.